You know how it says under my day, whatever to 30, raw and unscripted? Well, I think I've reached the point of rawness, or at least I'm going to try to be honest about these moments that even happen to me. It's interesting how when you decide to become a teacher of, doesn't matter what kind of teacher. In this case, I'm a teacher of mindfulness-based stress reduction. I have to say, I get a lot of energy from people. So as soon as I am in a group of people and somehow especially if I'm like trying to help other people, I think if I'm in a group of people and there's a role that I'm playing of helping somebody or people, that's where my energy comes. I get a lot of really good energy, and it comes from deep inside. It's really a part of me that wants to help other people who are suffering, basically. But in order to do that, you have to yourself know what a little bit of what these people are experiencing. And I'm glad that I chose to do this at the time of my life. Sometimes I say I wish I had started much, much earlier, maybe like in my 30s. But in my 30s, I would not have had the experience that I have now behind me. And there's still a lot of experience to come. And so it's kind of a back and forth in my mind, because the only reason I wish I had started earlier is because that would mean I would have a lot more time to become better at what I'm doing. And so now the role that I'm playing, and I don't like to use the word role very much, but it is a role. For me, I still want to be genuine. I don't want to pretend that I have all the answers. I don't want to pretend that I'm always the happy go lucky Michelle, because that's not the case. Like today is one of those days in which I know that feeling. It's a very familiar feeling. Is it depression? I don't know, but it's a little bit more of a little bit quieter, a little bit down. I was just reading something online and it brought up for me this feeling of being fake, this imposter syndrome. And so then there's like a whole part of my body that just kind of comes down. But you know what happens when I feel that way? These are the moments, strangely, when I feel the most real, because life is not always ha 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 and laughing and happy. And I mean, of course, we want to find peace. We want to be happy, whatever that means. But sometimes there are days in which we don't want to go out. There are days in which we want to just lie down on the couch with a blanket, even though it's like 30 degrees out there. During those days, one thing I've learned in all these years is I've allowed myself to just feel whatever it is that I'm feeling. In the old days, I could remember that I always tried to find something to distract myself, or I would feel bad about it. Maybe I didn't necessarily try to distract myself. Maybe I just kind of hid in my little nest at home. Sometimes I would go out. I lived in San Francisco and I would go out for a walk. It was very easy to go for a nice walk in the city. I lived in the middle of the city. And I would walk to North Beach and I would go to my favorite cafe, Cafe Trieste, and I would get my same drink. I would sit at the little table in the back corner next to the piano and I would take my journal out and I just would start writing. Or I would go to, what was the name of the bookstore? uh, in downtown. There was a big bookstore. Maybe one of you remembers. I don't think it exists anymore. It's not Barnes and Noble. It had another name. And that bookstore was usually open till about 10 at night. And I would just go in the bookstore, often would go to the psychology section. the self-help section. I would kind of look around, find a book, sit on the floor or go to the cafe or sit on a couch and start reading. And then I would again take out my journal, start writing. Like there was this whole process that I was going to, and it was most of the time the same process that I went through. And it would take either a day or it would take a week until I finally got kind of out of this slump that I was feeling in. And today I feel a little slumpy, but I think the difference is that I don't feel bad about it because I know that that's part of who I am. And part of the practice of mindfulness, I guess, to bring in that perspective is to just allow it to be. No need to change it. No need to fight it. No need to try to find ways to get yourself out of that slump really quickly because that's not how you're supposed to look. And so I'm allowing myself today and being vulnerable, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. The part about showing it is still a little bit hard for me because I don't know, it's a mixed feeling of not wanting to bother other people with it, not wanting people to feel sorry for me and feel like they have to distract me or make me feel better. I remember when I was little and I was feeling, oh gosh, do I remember that. I would have these moments like that when I was little. I was like, boom, I would just shut down. And one of my brothers, I have three brothers, knew how to not necessarily get me out of it, but kind of change the energy a little bit. And what he would do is he would play the 20 question game. So he would start asking me questions and all I had to do was answer yes or no or even nod or go like this. And the more he asked me, the closer he got to figuring out or even for me to figure out what it was that was really either bothering me or why I was feeling that way. And eventually he got to it, and the closer he got to it, the more I started feeling like this is funny, this is funny, this is fun, and and it was like, gosh, how did you do that? How did you figure out what's going on with me? And so we would both laugh, and then yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I got out of it, but I would feel a little bit better. And I know I probably could call my brother now and he would do the same thing, but no, it's like now I feel like there's some magic also in feeling down, feeling like you're in a slump, feeling you don't know what it is, but there's something going on inside of you. And so today's one of those days. And how can you be a good mindfulness teacher if you have these days? Well, guess what, Michelle? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect at all. This is what mindfulness is. It's allowing things to be as they are. And if in the moment you're feeling a strong emotion, look at it. Where is it? How does it feel? Just sit with it. And if you want to close your eyes and go to sleep and kind of or watch 3 movies in a row, then that's what you're going to do. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. This is what life is about. Well, there's different personalities. There's so many different types of people. I sometimes watch like recently I watched a couple of videos online on YouTube of young kids like maybe high school or college age who are talking about having no friends and feeling really lonely and they're crying in front of the camera and I'm just mesmerized because I think would I have done that when I was that age? Would I have had the courage, because I think it's courageous to do that, to get in front of the camera and to say, I have no friends and I'm really feeling lonely and start crying in front of the camera? I don't know if I would have had that courage. If I could tell this person anything, I would say, good for you. This is the way you're processing it. And this is the way you're going to grow. And this is what you're going to look back on when you're 60 years old. And you're going to say, wow, I remember those days when I felt so lonely and I felt so scared, but I still got through it. And that's the important thing, is to just look at it, accept it, acknowledge it, and tell yourself, well, let's hope it doesn't take more than a week. And hopefully in a day or two, you'll feel better. Maybe not a lot better, but a little bit better. And that's already a big, big, big step. So let's see how I feel tomorrow. But right now, I'm going to go and lie down on the couch. Maybe I'll watch a movie. See you tomorrow. Bye.